But when Ozzy is your father, it's gonna get awkward, you know, and it's gonna go in ways that you never, you know, thought of, and it's not gonna be a linear evolution or like development in the genre. It's gonna get up and it's gonna get extreme.
Sure. And if we can just begin by you introducing yourself and saying a little bit about who you are, and maybe your band.
I'm Rasmus.
I'm Kim.
Nice to meet you, Kim.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I play in a band called Katla.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're named after the Swedish author's child book.
About the dragon from is it Me and Me or is it?
It's the Lionheart brothers.
The Lion Brothers Lionheart. Yes.
Lionheart.
Yes.
Yeah, the dragon from that children's book.
Fantastic.
And I could really go deep into why.
But first,
Yes.
what we're doing here, we're at Høstsabbat. You're going to play later tonight. I'm hopefully going to draw you playing, so I'm looking forward to that. But right now, I'm going to try to draw you in 10 minutes. And if you like the result, you get to keep it. If you don't, you have to tear it up. Those are the rules. I didn't make the rules, I only made the rules. So let's start the timer. Is it going? Now it's going. Now we're live. Yes, go deep into Katla. On the spot, deep into Katla.
Deep into Katla, the Katla cave. I think it would make more sense talking about the music, but let's just do the name first.
Yeah.
So there is a thing for us growing up in Denmark and, you know, having Swedish culture as part of our, you know, childhood. It's, we are introduced to Astrid Lindgren, and that story, the Lionheart brothers, is a story about two kids where one of them, you know, they're in a fire and one is very sick and somehow, and it's debatable if it's suicide or if it's saving the brother and stuff, but eventually they go to the afterlife. They go to a place called Nangiala, and there is like a good town and a bad town, and it's portrayed in the sense of the good town is with democracy and good leadership and, you know, a nice community, and the other one is pure dictatorship led by Tengil. And Tengil is in control of a dragon with a horn. And when we see it as kids, we think the dragon is the monster.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's Tengil, because Katla is actually not a monster. You know, it's a dragon that's being controlled by the dictator. So eventually, as you grow up, you realize that it's kind of the same as saying, you know, a weapon kills a human being. It doesn't. The human kills a human, but using a weapon. And Tengil is using the dragon as a weapon. And the dragon in itself is not evil. But we're really good at always diverting the idea of evil into what we can monsterify.
Yeah.
And use as, you know, imagery. And we're also really good at doing this with, you know, political leaders and with whole countries. We would say, you know, all of this country is bad for doing this certain thing. Which I think is wrong. I think we should use our imagination and we should believe in what we see and hear ourselves instead of being too affected by the masses, I guess, like in overall.
One of the things I do a lot is I draw monsters online, and I do all types of monsters.
Amazing.
And the idea of a monster is in itself problematic because throughout human evolution we've always monsterified the other, which is, you know, the stranger, the foreigner, the one that doesn't fit in. You know, quite literally with traditions in Scandinavia, we had the bytting, which was the child that was swapped by the fairies. So you got an awful fairy child that you had to put out in the wood to kill. This is, you know, kind of horrific because they weren't monster children. They were physically or mentally handicapped or other children. And I've thought a lot about sort of why I have this fascination with drawing monsters, and I've come down with you know, the reason why I think it's valid is because when I know that I'm done with the art, it's not because it looks like a cool monster, but it's because I see myself in it.
Yes.
So it's seeing yourself in the monstrous.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's,
Fantastic.
you did it. Yeah.
Yeah, and just one final thing about Astrid Lindgren and the Katla. How did you get introduced to those books? Because for me, it was my mother reading them aloud when I was a little kid, and I had huge identification both with the brothers and actually with Katla.
Yeah.
And then seeing the movie with the paper mache monster.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And if you, as a child, you saw that and you shed your pants.
Yes.
Absolutely. It was terribly made. It was, everything was, so badly made at that time. But as a kid, you have the imagination. You can really, put yourself through what these people are seeing, and what the brothers are experiencing. And that dragon is terrifying. And I think in general, childhood trauma is a very interesting topic when we go into human psychology and how we behave as adults. It all stems from that kind of stuff.
And now I soon have to start paying you for being my therapist, because now I just remember that after seeing the Katla monster in the movie, my parents made me a Katla costume out of black trash bags.
Sure.
And we went to carnival with it, and all the kids teased me and were afraid of the big costume, and it ended horribly in tears.
Of course.
And perhaps that was the beginning of the monster identification, being the monster for me.
Let's go with that. Let's say that. I like that. That's because it also adds to I guess the whole thematics of why we're called Katla. Yeah.
So a little bit about the band. Yeah.
Let's talk music.
Yeah, let's talk music.
Yeah. Well, we play doom, I guess. It's a liquid term these days. And we're debating: is it doom? Is it sludge? Is it just heavy metal? I would prefer it just to be, up to whatever people want it to be. But it's in that genre. It's in that idea, and
it's rock and roll somehow.
Yeah, but it's extreme. It's extreme. The vocals are extreme, the drums are extreme, the guitar tuning, bass tuning is extreme. It's an extreme experience watching. Also, watching it live for sure, it's very extreme. Listening to it is also.
Yeah, because doom is one of those strange genres that go from this is basically Black Sabbath to this is something that is quite uncomfortable.
Yes. But when Ozzy is your father, it's gonna get ugly, and it's gonna go in ways that you never, thought of, and it's not gonna be a linear evolution or development in the genre. It's gonna get fucked up, and it's gonna get extreme, and it did, and doom did, and our inspirations, being Scandinavians, has been from very heavy music and from very dark emotions and feelings. And it's also, so we all started in the hardcore punk environment and found ourselves thriving in that, and the vibe, I guess the heavy political part of hardcore punk was a huge drive for all of us. And then taking that and mixing it with everything Scandinavian, and that's heavily on the black metal. And then with a new wave of doom coming, with bands I'm wearing the shirt now, like Mantar and Conan and Monolord and Yob, who's playing tonight as well, Ahab, even Crouch as well, the Vigedud people. We just found out that that's the kind of the way we wanted to go with our music. That's what we were liking or into, and then adding the energy from the hardcore punk into the live shows.
Yeah.
So I think it's all a mix of just, I guess, yeah, very extreme, very high energy, but heavy as shit. Yeah, I guess I think every band would say, come and see us live if you want the experience. But yeah, I'll tap into that. Come and see it live and make.
That's the plan.
Yeah. I know. That, yeah.
So yeah, because there is something that's missing from recordings.
For sure.
Unless it's music made for recordings, which is its sort of own thing.
Which is fine, but
yeah.
For us, it's I think it's kind of like being into movies or being into theater.
Yeah.
And I like both. I love both. But we're not a movies band. We're a theater band.
Yeah.
I love going to the theater. And when you go and see a play at the theater, there is a script and there is an idea of the play, but it's never the same. If you go and see the same play 2 nights in a row, you'll have 2 different experiences. And I love that.
I love this as well, because now the time is up.
Yeah.
So I just have to sign it. And I had hoped I had more time, but we don't have that. But I just want to say that the reason why I started training wrestling is exactly that thing. It is that it is scripted, it is planned, but it is the interactive part. It's that it has to change because things don't go as planned.
Right.
And that's also some of the things that metal is my sort of music, but one of the things I dislike most about metal is how tight and planned it sometimes becomes. Compared to the like country or hip hop, where you can improvise into a song. And coming from the doom and hardcore, I'm looking forward to tonight, and I'm looking forward to no spoilers, to seeing what you think and if you want to tear it up or if you want to keep it. You have to see it all the way around.
Yeah. Well, there's absolutely no chance in hell that I'm going to tear this up, obviously. So I'll do the majority. This is amazing, Kim.
Thank you.
This is.
This was very fun. I wish we could talk some more someday because.
Sure.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
It has been, and this is absolutely amazing. I love it. I love everything about it.
Thank you so much, and looking forward to tonight.
Thank you.
If Kim wants it, this guy who's been running around on stage, his name is Kim Diaz. One of the best interviews I've ever done in my life was with this guy. It was such a pleasure, Kim. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. We only have time for one more song. Normally...
Har du sett list? Vi snakker engelsk.